can 528 frequency heal damaged DNA?
Simple. You take, for example, you take this whole concept of cymatics, which is the study of sound's effects on matter. And you see, for example, here, you see hexagonal shapes, forms, routinely. It is the Star of David shape of snowflakes. It is the honeycombs that bees make. It's routinely seen. It is the carbon-6 organic chemistry ring for all of life. Why isn't it 7-sided? Why isn't it 4-sided? Why isn't it a square? It's a hexagon. Because the vibrational frequency resonance of 528 and the other perfect circle of sound frequencies, the core creative frequencies, are causing it to go into that shape. Just like you're being manifested in your shape because of the sacred geometrics of the mathematics. So the concept that you have a test tube with 2 broken strands of DNA and you hit it with the sound vibration of 528, it's been noted by the world's leading genetic biochemists that those 2 different broken strands start to vibrate, resonate, and then they come right together miraculously. Heal again. Repair. And this is in the music. There was Haydn's 96th Symphony. It's called The Miracle. 9 plus 6 is 15. 1 plus 5 is 6. MI6. Miracle 6. MI6, you've just diagnosed how British Secret Service got its name. And when we're talking about DNA, we're talking about the purity of the bloodlines and the bloodlines of the Holy Grail. Now you're talking about how it is. What is the Holy Grail? We're going to show you what that Holy Grail really is all about. But what is the function, the primary purpose of the Gestapo of the Illuminati, the British royalty and the German banksters? What is the function of MI6 overseeing CIA? It's genocide, blood genocide, genetic manipulation of the population, and an old story back to the bloodlines, which the Creator told in the Old Testament the Israelites, the children of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, saying, you guys got a problem. I want you to go and kill these people because they're not for you, and they're not for us in our creation. And if you really want to do some in-depth Bible study, you go back into the story, it was very clear. Some of those small g's rebelled. Gods rebelled. They were called Nephilim, the fallen angels. And that reptilian alien that came into the garden did more than persuade Eve to bite an apple. The seduction was sexual. Why else then would they cover their loins? The communication was orally. Why didn't she cover her ears? Why didn't they cover their eyes? He told her, there's the apple, look at it. Eat it. What was the shame? There was an impregnation. There was another baby. Study the Bible carefully. You'll see that these Nephilim, the fallen angels, outlived the flood. It's in Genesis. The flood came, the flood, solution, solve the pollution, came because the Nephilim, the fallen angels, were coming, having sex with the daughters of men, changing the gene line. That was the last time the Creator really got angry with this planet. At the end, after making it rain for 40 days and 40 nights, and look at Noah's ark built to the 3 6s and 9s. He said, I'm never going to do that again. So the restoration has to come from us through, again, the universal solvent, the water. That's what this whole concept of there being geopolitical, economic movers and shakers on this planet that have no heart for humanity. And that's why the children of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the Jews, the Christians, the Muslims, always seem to be engaged in war. You divide the sheeple to conquer the flock. You divide the brothers and sisters through the manipulations and the illusions. Created by who primarily? Who funds the terrorist organizations? Who funded Osama bin Laden? It was the CIA operative. The Obama family, the bin Laden family. Freudian slip. It's got to be in the spirit. It's got to be real, right? The bin Laden family were principals in Carlyle Group. Major movers and shakers economically from all the war in the Middle East. So when you begin to trace these things from reputable historians and authors, you begin to realize, holy smoke, this is what's going on. We've got today the loving human beings, all the children of God, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, all religions covered. Religion, the word itself, is a tip-off. Religion, the legions of a pagan goddess. It's false. It's indoctrination. What did Jesus say? Yeshua said about, beware of the doctrines. Beware of the traditions of men. Make the word to no avail. Word, sound, frequency, resonance, divinity. You can't get there if you're engaged in that left brain dogmatic thinking. It's a heart function, a heart-mind opening, not a X over the heart, closing. So this is where you now begin to see the pure revelation of the musical mathematics in vibration, creation, this whole concept of us being powerful children of the Creator, brothers and sisters who have been brought here at this time to strategically plan the event that's going to bring the entire planet back to sanity and peace and fulfill destiny. It's already happened. We're engaged in the flow. You're here. You've been brought here by divine appointment. You've worked hard to get here. It hasn't been easy. You know what that means? You've been ransomed. You paid your dues. That's what the Bible talks about. Those who hold the Creator's name in the pineal gland, right here, the third eye, the spiritual gyroscope, reorienting the species so that they can migrate thousands of miles without a road map and get right to where they're supposed to be, spiritually, electromagnetically. That's what this third eye is all about, the pineal gland function. To have the Creator's name, keep the name holy, keep it right clear, be pure, be dedicated to it, keep it right there. Guess what? That's who gets ransomed. That's who the 144,000 are. So here's some more scientific fact from the journal Science by currently at Harvard, previously at University of California, Berkeley, Ron Sakeley et al. Tells you what DNA is really all about. Shows you it's about the water, the living water. This is a study that studies structured water, clustered water they call it. Water clusters, what Dr. Emoto has been demonized by many people in the scientific community. Scientific idiots, ignorant people who think that they know, have been condemning Dr. Masaru Emoto for suggesting that water has consciousness, that water changes its structure when you pray over it. Gee whiz, what a horrible concept that is to those scientists that think they know it all. Concept of water actually responding and changing its structure because of this frequency, vibration, and heartfelt loving intention. My goodness, that makes the water, like I said earlier, part of the triune God, because angels and God responds to your heartfelt loving prayer, just like you as a parent would respond to your children's loving heartfelt requests.